when we launched this campaign here 4 years ago, I think it's fair to say that apart from those that are keen on politics, in Wales in general, very few people knew very much about UKIP, what it stood for. Most people probably didn't know that we even existed. And of course the Assembly was in its infancy. That situation is very different. If you look at our performance in those Assembly elections of 4 years ago, you will see that in the first past the post seats, we were busy saving many, many deposits. If you look at the regional lists, we were scoring up to 4.5% in that election 4 years ago. Since that time, we fought a European election campaign in Wales, where, had it not been for EU enlargement, with the number of Welsh seats being reduced from 5 to 4, we would have won a seat in the European Parliament. We've also had a general election, where in the 40 Westminster constituency seats in Wales, we fielded candidates in 32. I think it's fair to say that UKIP is now a known quantity in Wales, and I believe that we have a campaign here that is going to appeal to people. You know, there's a feeling, not just in Wales, but right throughout the UK, that every aspect of our lives is increasingly being micromanaged by government. That we have layer after layer after layer of bureaucrats and politicians deciding how we should or should not live our lives. And it covers everything from whether we're to be tracked by spy satellites driving along the road, to whether we can smoke in pubs, to whether we can hunt foxes if that's what turns us on and that's what we choose to do. And our simple proposal for this campaign is we want to get rid of those 60 Assembly members, believing them to be a totally unnecessary extra layer of politicians, and we believe that the 40 Welsh members of Parliament are perfectly equipped to deal with devolved Welsh issues. This is the old question, isn't it, that's dogged British politics for a long time, the West Lothian question. And it is a real question. It's a real question, certainly in many parts of England, where there is certainly a perceived unfairness apropos the number of Scottish MPs that are voting on English issues. And that's our solution, that for 1 week a month, the Scottish members of Parliament deal with Scottish devolved issues, the Welsh members of Parliament deal with Welsh devolved issues, and the English members of Parliament sit in Westminster and debate and vote on issues that affect England only. We think it's a good solution to the West Lothian question, and we think it'll appeal to a public who increasingly hold our political classes in utter contempt, and it's difficult not to agree with them. I believe that in this campaign we are going to secure a foothold. We are going to win this time seats in this Welsh Assembly, and from my own experience I know that once UKIP establishes a toehold, there's a lot we can do. You know, in 1999, when no one gave us a chance at all, we won 3 seats in the European Parliament. In those very constituencies, 5 years on, we doubled our representation. It just goes to show, once you've got your foot in the door, once you're there articulating the views that are held by millions of people, more and more people rally to those colours. So this is the most significant campaign that we're fighting. We're also fighting in Scotland. We're also, for the first time, standing in Northern Ireland, and we're putting up over 1,000 candidates in the English local elections. But this is the one that we're going to focus our attentions on, and this is going to be the next big breakthrough for the UK Independence Party. Thank you.